Hey, I'm David Feeder. Some of you may or may not have heard of me. I am, just blessed to be here. And the reason I'm here is because some of you may have seen on hex.com/testimonials my video where I talked about Hex. And that was a private DM that I made for Richard back in the day. I didn't mean for everybody here to see that. I didn't, that was not part of the plan. But I sent that to Richard because it was true. That was a true story. I took $750. I put it in one Ethereum wallet and I turned it into like over 30 grand and I paid off all my student loans. And I have a wife and 3 kids, and I was just a regular guy working my job. I do IT work in computers for a living, so I am technical, and I do enjoy computers and video games when I was a kid. So that's where I came from. And yeah, Hex and especially Richard Hart changed my life forever. I never expected I'd be here. I'm just a normal guy. Like I'm not doing anything special. I didn't plan for this to happen. I was lucky enough to find Richard back in 2017, 2016. I don't remember exactly when. And Richard back then was a Bitcoin maximalist. And I remember one of his first interviews with Max Kaiser, who some of you may know is, the face of the Bitcoin crowd. Y'all know who Max Kaiser is. So back in the day, there was an interview between Richard and Max. They were talking about the Bitcoin Cash fork. And they were talking about how they didn't like it. And they thought it was going to take away value from Bitcoin, and it was a shit coin. And that was one of the first times I ever saw Richard. And then I followed him from there because I knew he was smart. Flash forward to after the crash of 18, where Bitcoin goes to 20 grand, and then it goes down. And if you didn't sell, everybody lost their money. And I feel like that's where a lot of us learned, if you were around back then. And ever since then, I've been watching Richard, and then he came up with the idea for he called it Bitcoin Hex, right? If you remember back then. So then we waited, and then he just dropped the Bitcoin name and he went to Hex. And then we waited 2 years, and Richard would always say, 4 more weeks, guys, 4 more weeks, and we'll have our coin. So some of you right now may be feeling the same thing for Pulse Chain. When Pulse Chain, sir? Well, 4 more weeks. So I was just blessed to be there and be a Richard follower from the beginning. And then Hex came out, and I FOMO'd day one. Richard told us not to. I didn't listen. I threw a bunch of Ethereum in on day one, and then watched it go down for 30 more days. And everybody was freaking out, like, "Oh no, I just lost all my money. My Ethereum's gone." And that was the biggest opportunity in some of our lives. Like that was. You could have put in $100, and today you'd probably be a millionaire. So that was the gift that Richard gave to the world. That's Hex. You're all, we've all done really well, except for now some people are upset that right now we're going through a dip, right? If you bought back in September, we're down 75, 80%. That's why Richard invented staking. You lock your Hex up and you ride out the bear market. And meanwhile, every day you get more Hex. So that's kind of the power of Hex there. It's delayed gratification. Lock up your coins. It's just like Bitcoin. If you bought Bitcoin at $1 back in the day, you probably sold it long before it went to 65 grand, right? So even today with Hex at 10 cents, where's Hex going to be in 5 years? $1, $2, 10? I don't know, but we're going to find out. So yeah, so I'm just a Richard Hart disciple at this point. I do everything I can to spread the word and try to onboard as many people as possible. Pulse Chain is coming soon, and that's going to be a whole nother game changer for everybody in this room. If you're listening, everybody watching online right now, we're not done yet. There are more opportunities coming. Pulse Chain in the beginning, it's going to be the same opportunity. If it does dip and the prices go down, might be a good idea to get some. Not financial advice, but this is life-changing stuff here. Like this is how it happens. Everybody can do it. Everybody has a chance, and we can all win together. So I'm just happy to be here. It's fantastic to meet you all. This conference is going to be great. And yeah, I love all you Hexicans. And yeah, thanks.